Everyone. Um, Today is Friday. Today I'm going to be talking to you actually about replacing your bad habits, staying consistent, why you want to replace your bad habits, why I've been replacing my bad habits, why I'm continuing to replace my bad habits, why I'm exercising, dieting, and eating healthy instead of falling into the trap of, wasting time, drinking alcohol, doing a bunch of drugs, and, like just basically being reckless. Personally, it's more of a lifestyle for me. I am invested into exercise and eating healthily. Um, and yeah, like I said, I've developed a level of fitness and I want to continue to grow upon this base. So I don't want anything like to compromise like my goals, like I said. So um, I've definitely made it a priority to, I guess sort of, just take care of myself. As I said, eating healthy, exercising, you know, um, just staying away from the bad habits because they're not going to help you. Maybe some of you guys are going through something in life, or you're feeling stressed or depressed, or like as if you need to be doing something. I know I feel that way pretty often. I have like this sense of urgency with me. It's just always there, I guess. And I feel like compelled to act upon it, so I do act upon it. It's why I'm practicing, why I've developed my method actually for, keeping my training and my dieting sustainable. So, I want to do things my way. I'm sort of a habitual person. Yes, I am a creature of nature, but when I am compelled to change, I will change, like I said. If it's necessary, if it's better for me, if it's gonna help me out in the long run, I'm gonna do it, So, um, yeah. So if you feel as if this is this is also like for the younger people, who are just wasting time, I guess, or you could say maybe it's not wasting time for you. Maybe you don't see it that way right now. Maybe you will never see it that way. But like I said, if you guys are, going out a lot and drinking and partying and smoking and eating a bunch of junk food and having fun, I guess in a traditional sense, maybe it's not going to help you in the future, like I said, in 10 or 15, maybe even 5 years, 30 years from now, it's definitely a good idea to start, exercising the good habits right now. You don't want to develop a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction. You don't want to be relying on alcohol. You don't want to, like depend on marijuana because you can't get through the day without it. I know how bad it is. I know work sucks. I, I, I detest work. I don't like work at all. And I guess it is part of the reason why I do sometimes like think about smoking marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana, but I already know like I'm not gonna smoke marijuana, because it's gonna increase my appetite. It's gonna make me fall off track on my diet. I'm gonna eat more, it's gonna give me the munchies. That's also why you should, like stop smoking marijuana. It's not good for you. You're gonna eat more than, like, if you're passionate about, if you're like into your fitness and invested into it, that marijuana is gonna make you hungry. It's gonna like increase your appetite, and it's gonna make you want to just grab anything, because when you're high, maybe I know a lot of some people just, they don't say, okay, I'm high, I'm gonna eat vegetables and fruits and lean meats. That's usually not like the case. There are like some people, like I said, I know John Skywalker smokes marijuana and he's doing good, but I guess, in the eyes of traditional society, he's doing good, but um, yeah, John Skywalker does smoke marijuana, and he can get away with it. I'm not sure if I could get away with it. Who knows, but like I said, um, it's never a good idea, at least for me. Like, if I were to smoke marijuana, it would increase my appetite. I would just blow up in weight. I'd be like 10%, 11% body fat, 12% body fat. I don't want that not to be the case. I'm trying to stay around 7 to 9%, maybe 6, like I said. But yeah, drinking is definitely not good either, at least in my eyes. For me personally, I've never drinking alcohol, and I never will, because it's liquid calories, first of all. And if it doesn't have protein in it, or if it's not orange juice, I see no reason to drink it. I am a huge fan of orange juice. I'll have it whenever I can, whenever I really want it. That's probably the only exception I make, if it's not like a protein shake or like unsweetened milk. But I do not drink alcohol. I know a lot of younger people my age are drinking alcohol and partying, and being in this sort of environment where you have junk food and highly processed food around you, and it's usually later in the day, which doesn't really align with my lifestyle personally. Yeah, like I said, if you are younger and you want to sort of kind of stay away from those like bad habits, those sorts of vices, and those sorts of like, if you wake up like the next day, or if you're hungover, I'm not sure how that works. I've never actually been hungover, but if you wake up the next day and you just feel as if you don't know what you're doing, maybe you should start thinking about developing good and healthier habits, like I said. Yeah, like, alcohol is not gonna solve anything. It's gonna put you over your, like, what your weight should be, first of all. And yeah, like I said, it's not good for your body fat percentage. It's not good for your mental health. You might develop a dependency on it. Um, so it's up to you if you see alcohol as a sort of a necessity in your life. I don't see alcohol as a necessity of my life. I've never seen it that way. I will never see it that way, which is a good thing. Like I said, I save calories. So yeah, something else that I don't have to worry about. So if you're younger and you're thinking about cutting weight and getting serious about your fitness and your body fat percentage, definitely try reducing your alcohol intake, and if you can, hopefully just completely cutting it out of your life, because I'm not sure if alcohol actually increases your appetite, but I know alcohol has liquid calories for sure. So you don't want to be ingesting liquid calories, especially if it doesn't have any protein in it. A protein shake is acceptable. It's good for you, actually. Higher protein chocolate milk, higher protein milk. Like I said, I have tried higher protein chocolate milk. It tastes very good. So there are some acceptable liquids when you're trying to build muscle and lose weight. But alcohol is it's a no-go for me. Like I said, if I were to start drinking alcohol, I probably wouldn't be as fast, as low of a weight as I am. I wouldn't be able to sustain like this body fat percentage and this body type and this sort of training, because yes, it is, it's gonna put you over your weight limit, like I said. It doesn't matter if the calories are coming from liquids, solids, or like olive oil. So yes, you can gain weight really easily by just drinking olive oil. So if you guys are interested, if you guys like, want to make like improvements to your life, if you're feeling depressed, if you feel as if you're sort of, you know, developing a dependency um, on a drug or on a vice, as I said, it's a great way to start, changing your habits. Maybe one day of the week you don't drink alcohol, and then you can build off of that. It just depends. You just have to go on your own at your own pace, and you have to remain consistent. Like I said, you have to keep exercising these methods, and just it's gonna take time, but it just depends on how far you are along. Like I said, um, you might be like a complete alcoholic trying to one day just completely get rid of it. you know um, you might be like a pothead who smokes weed every day, every 5-6 hours, and you want to cut weight, but it's hard for you because you're just dependent on marijuana, and you just love junk food because marijuana makes junk food taste so good. Like, I know how hard it can be. So definitely, like I said, start slow, do it at your own pace, but always try to improve and build upon your tiny goals, like I said. So if you're sort of falling victim to this vices, your bad habits, and you feel as if okay, I want to change, I want to like start doing it the better way, the healthier way, it's never too late. Like I said, you can be 40 years old and a complete alcoholic. You can be 13 years old who's smoking pot, or you could be like a 80-year-old heroin addict. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to change, you're gonna do it, like I said, and you're gonna do it at your own pace. So try it out. Like I said, I've definitely had bad habits in the past. I used to eat a lot of junk food. I did smoke marijuana sort of infrequently. I never smoked it like habitually. I never developed a dependency, or I was never like a fanatic of marijuana. So, I guess I'm glad to say that, because it worked out in the long run for me, at least for my lifestyle and my goals. I have a decreased appetite because I don't smoke marijuana. So, it's worked out pretty well for me. Yeah, like I said, you younger people who are smoking, drinking, eating a bunch of junk food, and partying, maybe some of you guys don't see it as wasting time, but for the people who do, for the people who are sort of being caught into the webs of the peer pressure, and sort of just going along with it because it's what you should do, or it's what your friends tell you to do, and you're trying to hang around this group of people who are sort of just falling into these bad habits, and you feel as if you want to start straying away a little bit, and just focusing on your physical, your mental health, stuff like that. Give exercise and dieting a try. It's never gonna harm you, it's never gonna do you any bad. It's gonna just make you like a more confident, goal-oriented person. Like I said, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Everyone has their own interests and their own sort of niche, and their own passions, things that they love. So if you're a marijuana user and you love marijuana, then go for it. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just saying, like, if you don't feel that way, and you feel like as if you're just falling victim to these bad habits, like I said, I used to eat a bunch of junk food. I used to order food like 3-4 times a day. I would go to like the market, um, and just buy junk food, buy donuts, chips. But this was when I was younger, I was very young, and I wasn't very like for I guess future oriented, so um, yeah. I definitely used to just eat a bunch of junk food, a bunch of crap. But I used to order Denny's. I used to order a bunch of food, and now definitely completely different. Did it take me a while? Yes, but it wasn't like it wasn't anything insurmountable. Um, I did work up to this point actually, but you know, I would say the hardest part is just the cardio, developing the cardiovascular fitness, developing the cardiovascular endurance, and that is definitely the hardest part, because going longer than what you deem as your capacity is gonna hurt you. Your lungs are gonna be burning. But as I said, um, if you feel like you're sort of depressed, and you feel as if you're just kind of ignoring like the real world, try giving it a shot. But I do know, like I said, some people might see gaming as a bad habit. It all depends on how you see the world, some people love gaming, and that's like their job and their passion, so I can't really like put labels on anything really, because I just can't, like if you're a gamer and you love gaming, I can't tell you that it's bad for you, because you love it. It's in your eyes, it's the best thing in the world. So if you don't like training and dieting, I can't tell you to stop drinking alcohol and eating junk food and playing PlayStation, there are just different people with different preferences, as I said. I can't judge anyone for anything. So I know a lot of people say this is how you should live your life, or that's how you should live your life, but I guess the only truth is that drugs and these bad habits are kind of bad for you, like I said. Kind of, just partying and waking up like at 6, 7 p.m. I don't know. That's definitely not for me, I guess I'm sort of an older person, but yeah, as I said, it's not my thing. I'd rather focus on exercising and eating healthily. It just makes me feel better, as I said. I don't know. I do it every day. I do exercise every day. I know a lot of you younger people do exercise infrequently. You can take it as far as you can, as I said. You don't have to completely cut out alcohol. You don't have to completely cut out marijuana. It just depends on who you are, like I said. But the one thing is, if you feel as if you're wasting a bunch of money on your vices and your bad habits, and it's sort of getting in the way of your economic life, maybe try abstaining from your vices and your bad habits. I know I would definitely do that, as I said. Yes, marijuana is extra money that you have to waste. So is alcohol. So yes, it is sort of about money too. So yeah, as I said, this is kind of for like the younger people my age. I know I'm sort of in a position in my life where I'm thinking about what I want to do, what I want to do long term, what I want to do like for a long time. So I've picked this up and I enjoy it. As I said, it's very fun for me. I do enjoy dieting and training. It's very fun, You know, as I said, it's a good habit to have. Um, you know, you even save money by dieting, as I said. You know, like um, if you are younger, I know a lot of you guys sort of waste money recklessly. Um, I'm not in a situation where I can do that personally, but um, so yeah, if dieting will save you money, as I said, like blunting your appetite with caffeine and dieting will save you like money. You know, it's gonna save you a bunch of money, especially if you, like I said, you've developed these bad habits and you're sort of waiting, you're sort of, you know, drowned in these bad habits where you're wasting extra money from alcohol, from food that you order every day, marijuana. You know, it's a lot of money that you have to spend. You know, a lot of the junk food that I used to order, it was a bunch of money. Um, so yes, dieting and like I said, blunting your appetite with caffeine will save you money. You're gonna have to spend less money on food, um, less money on caffeine. You know, if you go to Starbucks or to Coffee Bean a lot, that's extra money, as I said. You know, and you will drop body fat. You'll be around 6 to 9%. That's where I want to be. So, eating less will save you money. Eating healthier in less amounts will save you money. Blunting your appetite, it's definitely going to save you money. And exercising, and it's going to save you money, I guess. Sort of, in a way, you know, instead of wasting money at an event or carnival or a theater or anything, you know, like a trip or something, anything that requires money, you know. I am, like I said, I do train like pretty much every day. It saves me a bunch of money. Practically eat nothing. Well, I do eat like a good amount of food just because I burn a bunch of calories, but yeah, it's gonna save you a bunch of money. Exercising is, I mean, you do need a gym membership. It's not completely free, but it's good. You know, it's a good habit to have. To not waste like a bunch of money on ordering out and driving to this restaurant and driving here and driving there. You know, so yeah, my body fat. That's my main priority. If you guys are like wondering like how I cut body fat, like how I do it, it's just I'm just very like invested into it. As I said, I have black coffee. I drink a bunch of fluids before every meal. I eat vegetables before every meal. Recently, I haven't been doing that, but my appetite has just gone down because I've actually added in a higher protein source into my daily meals. So, yeah. As I said, I definitely was like a lot more depressed when I was eating like junk food and ordering out every day and wasting a bunch of money, and I was overweight. I was out of shape. I guess it's sort of an instant sort of burst of excitement that I got when I was eating junk food, and I guess yeah, just eating a bunch of junk, basically. It was definitely taxing economically, and yeah, it wasn't good. It did make me depressed, as I said. I blew up in weight. Yeah, because I'm just very like into exercise and training and dieting. So blowing up in weight would just make me like very depressed, as I said, because I knew, because it would sort of let me down, you know, as I said. I would just feel as if I was letting myself down. Yeah. Um, that is like a huge reason why you want to like start practicing the good habits and dropping the bad ones, because the bad ones are kind of bad to break, you know. If you've been practicing these bad habits for a while, you know how hard it can be to just stop and like, because you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do this on Monday, and from there it's all gonna be good, you know. But it sort of never works out that way, you know. Rarely it does. You know, it's not too hard to like just sort of do that and just completely start over on Monday. It's not too hard to do that, but it is, you know, something that a lot of people would struggle with, to change their habits. So, yeah. Not sure if you guys heard that, but no, I'm not gonna cut it out. So yeah, like I said, bad habits are super hard to break, you know. I've thankfully I've cut them out of my life, and it's better if you start younger, you know. It's better if you start younger, you know. If you start younger and you cut out the bad habits early on in your life, you're gonna have more time to cultivate the good habits, as I said. I wish I would have started, you know, like at 12 or 13, but you know, it's never too late. So it is like a great investment that I've made. So yeah. If you're also sort of like just feeling off track, or feeling as if your life is sort of, you know, coasting, and if you feel as you don't have goals, or you're not, you don't have a direction, it's best, you know, to just start off by like just completely getting rid of the bad habits, you know. It was kind of hard for me, you know. It took me like, I don't know, I sort of fell off of my bad habits, and then I fell back onto them, and then I fell off, you know. So it's never certain that you're gonna like, it's never certain that you're gonna like completely get rid of your bad habits like forever. But yeah, it's definitely something that you have to practice every day, you know. I know I'm sort of faced with like temptations kind of throughout the day, but I just don't touch like the junk food that's in front of me. Even though it does taste really good, I've tried like little tiny bits of the food, but you know, it's just something that I have to do. I have to exercise my willpower and my sort of commitment to this training and this dieting, and I just say, no, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna eat that, you know. And it makes you feel good, you know. If you're a younger person, it definitely elevates your self-esteem, and it makes you feel empowered, and it makes you feel as if, you know, okay, I'm working towards something. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it again, and you know, it just builds. You just build off of it. So, yeah, definitely for you younger people around my age, 22. I'm 22. If you're in your early 20s, late 20s, late teens, you know, maybe you don't feel as if you don't have everything figured out yet. Maybe I don't. I probably surely don't. But you know, I'm trying to stay sort of focused. I'm trying to stay on track. I'm trying to stay on my diet, eating healthily. I've made like a huge commitment. I don't know. The vegetables I still kind of struggle with. You know, you will struggle with things at times. You know, you might fall off the wagon for a bit. But you know, it's best to just stay in that state of mind where you're like, okay, maybe I can't do it perfectly all the time, but if I can just stay consistent, um, you know, it won't be as hard to catch the next wave of like, um, sort of like great, the next great goal, you know. So if you remain consistent, if you keep working hard, um, it's definitely gonna be easier for you to, like I said, sort of sustain this higher level of functioning and performance. So yeah. um, it's also sort of a daily thing you have to do, like I said. If one day you start drinking in your calories, you're gonna gain weight. If one day you eat a slice of pizza that's not on your diet, you know, it might not work out well. You might end up eating more calories because you're not satiated. So it is sort of a daily thing that you have to exercise, you know, a daily sort of discipline that you have to exercise. Saying no to the bad habits. Yeah. Am I like completely off the bad habits? I would say right now, yes, I am. I do have a cheat day, but it's scheduled and it's planned. So, yeah. What else? Like I said, it's like it's a great thing to start now, you know, like I'm 22, definitely not too young. I guess you could say I'm young, but I know that this is gonna help me out in the future, you know, so I'm sticking to this. um, you know, I'm sticking to it. If you guys want like the good habits, a list of the good habits, you can try drinking water, cutting out liquid calories. You can try switching up your diet. You know, if you eat a bunch of junk food, yes, you can find healthier versions of the junk foods that you enjoy, but also try mixing it up with like fruits, vegetables, lean meats, proteins, eggs, fat-free sources, stuff like that, you know. I've done it, you know, and actually my diet has changed, you know. I definitely enjoy more of the, do I like vegetables? I like them more than I used to, you know. I'll eat vegetables, so definitely before I never used to eat vegetables, so now I do eat vegetables. Do I enjoy them? I can eat them, you know. They're tolerable for me, so it's definitely a step in the right direction. I don't need to eat like 5 crates of vegetables a day, you know, to be shredded. I can get away with 2 or 3, so you know, it's not a big, like a huge change. It's not like I'm eating like 5 pounds of vegetables every day. It doesn't have to be that extreme, especially if you're doing a lot of cardio. So yeah, I've definitely noticed that my vegetable intake has increased. My fruit intake has increased. I'm eating more bananas, more strawberries, more watermelon, more blueberries. Yeah, those are my favorite fruits, so I do eat those fruits pretty often. I eat them pretty much every day. My main food source has changed drastically. I used to eat a bunch of junk food, and as I said, a bunch of burgers, a bunch of fries, pizzas, lava cakes, pancakes, waffles. I do still enjoy those. I just have them one day of the week, you know, so it's a great compromise, you know. And I'm not sedentary on that day of the week. I do try to increase my daily energy expenditure to compensate for the calories, but Um, yeah, it's a great workaround, you know. If I'm gonna eat the junk food, I'm gonna do more exercise, you know. So it works out great. So as you can see, if you've developed these good habits earlier on in your life, you can get away with more, you know. As I said, if you're wondering like why I can eat junk food and remain pretty shredded, it's because I've worked up my cardiovascular fitness, my endurance, my speed, so I can burn calories pretty fast. Um, so that's a good way, like another good reason as to why you should quit your bad habits um, as soon as you can. You know, at your own pace, obviously, but you know, I can eat like junk food one day of the week. I can have like a huge cheat day, and I'm still pretty shredded and lean. You know, it's because I know how to manipulate my weight and what to do. So definitely send me a message on my Instagram. It's luis.hern9, luis.hern9, luis.hern9. So like training plans, dining plans, secure fitness tips and information. As I said, there are bad habits and there are good habits. You know, the good habits have to be practiced every day, but they're gonna keep you entertained. They're gonna keep you on your diet. They're gonna keep you focused, motivated, and excited to work out and to lose weight. You know, um, I know a lot of you guys watch like the bodybuilding videos. Maybe some of you guys have watched them where they just drink water or eat tilapia and egg whites. It doesn't have to be like that, you know. I've definitely found better methods to lose weight, keep myself, you know, consistent, you know, because if you try to go all out all the time like a bodybuilder 1 week out from a competition, it's not gonna work long term unless you're a professional Instagram model like David Lade or Jeff Seid. You know, they do it for a living. I'm just very passionate about this, as I said. Bad habits, try to like, you know, stray away from them, get into the good habits. If you guys want the good habits, follow me on my Instagram. It's luis.hern9. Send me a message. You know, there are like a bunch of good habits. You know, I found like, I'm just very into this. As I said, I found like so many different like tips and tricks that you can use on a daily basis to like help you out, because I know how bland it can be to just watch a video and you're looking at all the bland food and you're just unmotivated. You don't want to do it. You're saying, okay, no, this is not for me. It doesn't have to be that way, you know. As I said, you can drink sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, flavored 0-calorie drinks. There's a bunch of lower calorie, sugar-free, 0-calorie alternatives, condiment alternatives. There's a bunch of alternatives for your favorites, you know. So you don't have to eat like a strict bodybuilder diet. Again, my Instagram is luis.hern9. Follow me if you're interested. Send me a direct message. Like the video, subscribe, give it a like. And yeah, like, you know, if you start when you're young, you're already gonna have like the stamina and the speed, and you're gonna be able to burn more calories, you know. So yeah, I can get away with cheat days, and I can remain like pretty lean, you know. As I said, it's because I've started when I was young. I quit the bad habits early on, and I keep stressing these good habits. You know, it's why I have this physique and this level of performance. So if you guys are interested, if you're curious, you guys want to find out how to do this, how I did it, again, follow my Instagram page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I like teaching you guys. I love telling you guys like about everything, you know, about like what to do, how to lose weight, my daily routines, what I'm eating in a day, my cheat days. Definitely, like, if you guys like what I'm doing, subscribe, give the video a like, and you know, follow along. So yeah, this is like, as I said, to the younger people, it's a great way to live, personally. You feel better about yourself, you look better in the mirror, you feel healthier, you feel stronger, you feel more confident in your abilities, you develop a great work ethic, great routine. You know, if you can stick to this routine, you just become more disciplined, hardworking, you know. So definitely watch this video if you guys are interested into how I did it, what I'm doing in a day. I might show you guys in the next video my daily routine, like the alternatives, substitutions to like what you can drink, because it doesn't have to be, as I said, bland, boring, tasteless. It can be tasty, you know. Like I said, that is why I've been able to stick to this, is because I've found the tastier alternatives, the lower calorie alternatives, the little ins and outs, nooks and crannies, you know. I play around with my coffee, I play around with my condiments, I play around with my drinks, the drinks that I ingest every day. I play around with my ingredients. All the good habits, you know, they sort of accumulate. If you are very interested in this, the good habits will accumulate, and you will see like drastic progress. So if you guys are interested, for the last time, my Instagram is luis.hern9, luis.hern9, the number 9. Follow my Instagram, send me a direct message. You know, I post on my story pretty much every day whenever I can. Give me a follow, send me a message, like the video, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.